Welcome to you all on this very exclusive episode of the ENFRA show on the ENFRA TV. With me is a very eminent guest and a very young and dynamic IAS officer in the country, Shri Ankur Gupta, who is the Principal Secretary responsible for renewable energy in the state of Haryana and also the Financial Commissioner of the state. Welcome, Ankur sir.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine.
Wonderful. So, a very interesting thing for the viewers today. Haryana has done something very unique which no state in India has achieved, and this is in the happening Haryana summit which just happened and concluded. And Ankur sir, congratulations to you for the great work your team has put up.
Thank
and
you.
Definitely under the Chief Minister and your very dynamic young Minister for Renewable Energy, Naib Secy.
Thank you so much. It was a team effort and solely under the guidance of the Honorable Chief Minister and support from all the colleagues.
Right. And looking at the Modi government's plan of 100 gigawatt solar by 2022 and 175 gigawatt, Haryana has done the right step and they have taken the lead over all the other states right now in the investment meet. I will tell you why I am saying that. I want to put the question off to Ankur. And that is, the total capacity of Haryana at this point in terms of installed and capability in terms of the total central pool is 8.8 gigawatt. And amazing, Haryana received investment for up to 10 gigawatt. How that has happened and what's the size of that investment, Ankur?
The total investment which has been envisaged, and let me add, even today just before you came, more people are coming into China MOUs with us for renewable energy. The total investment is more than to the tune of maybe 1,05,000 crores.
Yeah, that works out to about 10 gigawatt.
More than 10 gigawatts.
That is current capacity, and in just one investment meet it is achieved.
Absolutely.
That is a record, my friends. I must tell you that there were meets, there were investment meets of states like Haryana, like Karnataka before this and Tamil Nadu before this, sure for MP as well. But this is unprecedented. A smaller state with only 25 million population and with, I would say, very committed officers have shown the way to the country. How do you see that, sir? Should we take this as a benchmark for investment meets?
Absolutely, this should be a benchmark, and this was supported by a new solar policy which we recently launched right now in the summit only.
Right.
Solar Policy 2016, which is probably the most liberal policy in the state today.
Right, wonderful. And I must remind the viewers here that Haryana just won the second REPA State Awards as the best policy initiative state in the country for renewable energy and related infrastructure. And Ankurji was instrumental in moving that policy. And I want to know the experience. What are the challenges that the state faces when a liberal policy comes up?
More than the challenges, I would like to state that the reason why people invested here was they found us very committed.
Right.
And very fast. Being a small state, we move very fast, and once we commit something, they were very sure when they came to us that if we say something, it will be done. Now the challenges are to keep up to the expectations, and obviously this policy also encompasses certain decisions to be taken by other departments,
Right.
which hopefully will be done very soon.
Right. So, the other part is, a land acquisition, and the ease and one window clearances, the fundamentals that any investor would look at. What is the kind of the time frame that Haryana promises to investors now?
We should be going, I think, within a month or so.
Right.
And these projects should see the light of the day within a year, depending on how much time they take to put up the plant.
Lovely. Okay, putting up the plant may take a little time because we need to be patient with the state and I would say the investors as well. But I think you're right, 30 days time frame and within a year, the movement in the project. I think that's fair to see this. And I asked one question to you. Modi Saab wants 100 gigawatt of solar, and Haryana is a solar potential state. I would say it is son of sun states. Do you see, can Haryana go towards a very dynamic target from now onwards to a 10 gigawatt solar path? Is it feasible?
Absolutely. The only constraint or opportunity, I would put it, is that we will generate solar which can be exported to other states within the country.
For sure.
Because we right now are also a power surplus state.
Right.
And if we generate more solar, obviously we'll replace our thermal technologies with solar, but even after that we'll be left with a surplus which can be exported to other states.
Right. So is it an opportunity for you right now? I'm just putting a devil's advocate question. Like NTPC has a joint venture with the state of Haryana, which is never thought could be a way out to get this into the power pool, because this is the type of initiative that probably officers like you could move at the right time, because closer to NCR itself will expand, and Haryana is going to be a very important state if you want this country's, I would say, economy to move, just like the MMR in Mumbai and those Western India states, it could be the powerhouse that molds the business. You have an opportunity which probably no other state has.
Professor, there is another aspect to it. Haryana being an industrialized state and developing very fast, majority of it is in NCR, with our own power surplus. I presume that the industries are going to come up much faster in a larger way, and our consumption is also going to increase.
Exactly.
So this is going to be an accelerator for the economy.
Yeah, because this happened in Gujarat, because it looked like power surplus, but now it seems that more number of industries will pour in, and that surplus situation may be only for a temporary period.
No, given our consumption, increase in consumption, vis-a-vis the increase in production, I still feel we will be exporting power over the coming few years.
So this is wonderful. What I hear from Haryana is today the only thing that actually exports power is into India is Bhutan. So it's a small country. I want to give that example that we are doing cross-border trade, and that electricity comes about 1500 megawatt comes into India. We buy that power at 1 rupee 98 paisa. And Haryana's ambition looks like it will do a Bhutan within India. So that is a very big international affair, not only a national affair. Electricity sold at economic price or attractive price, and then continuous and sustainable and renewable.
One more factor which is contributing. Just a few years ago, we had to convince the people for renewable power.
Right.
Now people are so much aware that they themselves want to move over to renewable power, even if it is at the moment slightly costly, which will not remain as I foresee in the future. So with the people involvement coming in, this is going to become a mass movement.
I agree with you, because just the same, adding on to what you said. See, solar, whatever tariff we are signing, there is no leverage in the tariff beyond that, because it remains a levelized tariff. But in the case of coal, people actually forget that the fuel prices pass through, and never the tariff will be the same, because you are susceptible to fuel economy.
Yeah.
And I think you're perfectly on the track when you say that.
And in Haryana, we are giving more focus on rooftop compared to ground.
Lovely. So do you see a gigawatt scale rooftop model coming in Haryana, and including the rural economy?
Eventually it will. Eventually it will, because we are urbanizing at such a fast pace.
Right.
And with rooftop available, it is a win-win situation for everybody.
Right. Because Haryana is the first urban state, if I put it like that.
Yeah.
Modi's, pitch on urbanization, which I call it the RELC, remote location of strategic infrastructure industry. Haryana is already leading in that.
Absolutely.
So this could be double whammy, including renewables.
And I would rather, through your medium, like to convey that for rooftop, even if it is for your captive use, otherwise also if you want to go in for a third party sale as a profit making venture,
right,
it makes a lot of sense to come and invest in Haryana.
Right.
We are offering all government buildings, rooftops, for either Resco model or lease model. So I would request that please come and join us in the rooftop movement in Haryana.
Wonderful, Ankurji. Seeing the kind of initiative on renewables, I see India could surely be a superpower in energy, and in that the renewable movement, and Haryana leads the way. They've shown the way across this happening Haryana summit, and thanks to the leadership of officers like Ankurji, who have put the whole plan in Modi's vision at the center, and the state's chief minister Manohar Khattar's vision at the state level, and then a very dynamic minister with whom Ankurji makes a great pair, that is Nayab Singh Saini. Today we had a wonderful interview along with him as well, and congratulations, Ankur sir. We look forward to have you again on a longer interview when we move forward over a year's time, or maybe in the next 6-8 months.
Thank you. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for being on the ENFRA TV, ENFRA show. This is Professor Iyer signing off with Ankur Gupta ji here in Chandigarh. Bye-bye, with another personality on my next interview.